It's of great concern to us as community people who have borne the heavy, suffocating brunt, the back-breaking brunt of the petroleum industry for 60 plus years. Amongst the things we are looking at are the protection of our environment, that is our communities and kingdoms, which are unfortunately other persons' oil blocks and oil fields. Prevention of gas flaring in the said environment and making community rights, that is our fundamental rights, realizable and plain. There are sufficient pointers to the fact that this executive bill is being sponsored by oil companies themselves from what we are seeing. Just about 2 weeks ago, as you may know, the courts, the Nigerian courts, sealed all of Shell's accounts in about 20 banks. The reason is that Shell is said to have stolen about 16 million barrels of oil belonging to ATO Group. So ATO Group went to court and got an ex parte motion to close all their accounts. These are the people we are talking about. People who are brutal in doing business. If you leave the communities to them, they will complete what they've started. Complete extermination, that's what we'll have. Gas flaring should stop, but gas flaring has not stopped. When this bill comes on stream, it is going to annul the previous act. This will take precedence. And this one is merely saying that they should be paying small fines. In fact, they should pay the fines like they pay royalties, which means that there is no intention by the oil industry to stop gas flaring, which means we'll continue to be polluted forever. So I'm thinking that clearly there has to be a date that gas flaring must stop. The first date was 2008. This is 2021. Gas flaring is still going on. I'm coming from a place where the biggest gas flare in this part of the world is 500 meters from my palace. That's where the gas flare is. And so I get polluted every day and get asphyxiated every day. So this bill has to be, like I said before, clearer in terms of gas pollution. And there is also nothing about the benefit of the victim in this. It is more like pay government, pay government, pay government. What of us? So, I'm appealing to you, I believe you are getting the message, that we're in this together, and this you must do for us. This bill has craftily put the survival of the communities in the hands of the oil company in a very, very unusual manner. For example, it is said that for the communities to benefit, that 2.5, for example, that the communities must make sure there is no interruption of oil. There is no busting of pipeline. There is no spillage. There is no what. Why should we take that responsibility? The last time, 2020, early 2020, the GMD of NNPC said that in 2019, $750 million worth of oil was stolen. This is after JTF came to this area in 1998. JTF has been here to prevent oil theft for more than 3 decades. And then in 2019, $750 million worth of oil was stolen. And you say, Ekpetiama Kingdom, you be responsible. If any oil is stolen, you get no benefit. That is callous. So the oil company should look at sophisticated ways of protecting the oil and the oil installations and leave the communities alone. You cannot tie up benefit of the communities to your own atrocities. I mean the oil companies' atrocities. So, as far as I'm concerned, that bit has to be adjusted. The communities, no community should take the responsibility of any oil vandalization, except of course there's a proof that someone has done that. The way it is now, this bill has already criminalized us. Because I am a thief, you now say, okay, if this fish lost, you know, go chop, Why should it be? It means that you have already stigmatized us as Niger Delta people as those who are responsible for oil sabotage and oil theft. You have left out the oil industry completely from this particular crime, which they have been causing long before we even got to this point. The House of Representatives, particularly this committee, has to attend to the needs of the communities in the manner that I've just said. Adding to what else has been said with respect to 10% and so on, I don't have any problem with that. But do not tie up any community benefit to the atrocities of the oil industry. They know what they are doing. We don't know what they are doing, and we should not suffer for what they are doing. As a matter of fact, being host communities who suffer the brunt of environmental and all kinds of pollution, we are supposed to be treated like eggs now, not to be seen as criminals that will sabotage the oil industry.